Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. I do apologize. I thought I did the water signs already, and I just saw a few comments that said I have, like, where is it? And I'm so sorry for that. You guys, this is clearly not going to be for this week, so I am gonna just do what you need to hear right now based on your current energies, all right, and whatever the universe wants you to hear. And then you guys will be going first from now on, all right? Because I think I owe it to you. So let's see what's going on for you guys. What do you need to hear right now? For Scorpios, please, Spirit. One more. One more, please. Specifically speaking about your journey, there's a lot of movement happening in terms of your path, which is good. You may need some support, some guidance. Just no need to be afraid of that. Look at people online as a really good example, or maybe speak out to people. You could definitely be learning something, but it feels like, all right, I'm picking up on some Scorpios that currently feel a little bit out of control in their life. It doesn't feel too crazy compared to other readings I have done, but this feels like you're just kind of making it up as you go along. You know, like your life is kind of just working its way out as it's moving. I do believe there is a divine plan coming through because you do have the by the book. There is advice that comes with this card. But the main message really that I pick up from this is that you're being led by your ancestors. You are being led by your spirit guides. Okay, they know where you're going. They've been there, done that, know exactly where they're going, but you may not. So as much as it looks like there is nothing around you and you don't know what to do, and maybe you aren't having much fun, because that is what I'm picking up a little bit here, that you feel a little bit bored, some of you're being led somewhere really amazing. Okay, so you don't need to know everything right now. There are people who are either around you or are within you, who are going to be helping you and guiding you. Okay, you also have change in the wind, which I'm going to pull out some more cards for you here, Scorpio. But again, things changing, I think, in a direction maybe you've never been before, things you never experienced before. There are going to be some things that may lift off your shoulders. So I do again feel like you need to take that heavy weight off if it's your choice. Others of you, it may just be taken off of you by somebody else. I do see a lot of help and support around you, whether it's physically or spiritually. Whatever this weight it is that you're carrying, expect others to help you at this time. All right, like you don't have to carry this big burden by yourself. You do have community on the bottom of the deck too, so you might be meeting some very amazing people. Again, people who have experience, who can help you. It's maybe career wise, maybe life wise. All right, I'm not quite sure just yet, but let's dive into it. Scorpio, you have the Chariot, Cancerian energy, but it is really about fast movement. Again, it's things are moving. Some of you guys could definitely be traveling very soon. I am picking up on that, or like maybe traveling from one place to another. Like I'm just seeing a lot of movement. All right, Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to hear right now, please, Spirit? Let's get and one more. Well, that's very nice to see. All right, let's pull some of these as well. I'm going to clarify the change in the wind. Could be to do with your work, could be to do with your finances. All right, with the Eight of Pentacles, this is saying that your hard work is paying off. It's usually a card of dedicating some time and energy into something and building skills and talents and abilities that are going to pay off for you in the long term. Because this is a change in the wind, it feels like maybe you're going to be going to the next level is what it feels like. So maybe that's the burden that's lifting off of you here. Two of Wands is kind of maybe you've outgrown something, or maybe you're changing your mind a little bit about something. You have gained skills and abilities where you have been that may actually help you in the next path, by the way. So it doesn't feel like anything's gone in vain. It feels like your path is kind of changing a little bit, all right? You might be changing your mind, or the path is just shifting into something a little bit different for you. This feels good. Two of Wands is usually about expansion. It's about your future. It is, again, about traveling. So, again, some of you may be just saving your money to pack your bags and just do some, just go and live your life somewhere else. Could just be movement, of course, but the Two of Wands is really just about looking into your future, looking into the next steps and going, I want more. Not in a bad way, but in terms of experience, in terms of achievements, you know. So the change in the wind is coming from probably a decision that you're making. about where you want to go. I do think it feels a little bit like you might be throwing yourself in the deep end a little bit. All right. Like it's not going to be easy. It does feel like there is a little bit of uncertainty, and that's where I was saying with that by the book, it feels like you're being guided. It does kind of feel like you don't know where on earth you're going. Like I actually don't know what I'm doing, but I just feel like I'm being called towards a specific direction. Ten of Wands. All right, we have Three of Swords here as well. This might be a bit difficult for you, which is interesting. There is this level of pain. Three of Swords comes through as heartache. So whether that's something different that you're going through that is also being impacted or is coming up separately to all of this, you will be healing from this. Maybe you're having to make some certain sacrifices that you don't want. Some of you may be feeling like I have all this work that I've put towards something and it's not working out. Like it's just not, I'm gonna have to do something different. While you are doing something different, you may just feel like you might be leaving people behind. The Three of Swords is bringing in just that element of pain when making this decision. The Ten of Wands came in next, which is very similar. Again, kind of packing your bags, moving forward, going down a new path. You have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is saying not to give up, not to not move forward, but it's kind of saying that maybe what you're not noticing right now is that this is all kind of feeding into this plant, whether this plant represents you, whether it represents a goal, a vision, a future. Of course, when we plant a tree, we know it's not going to sprout straight away. We know that we're actually planting this now, so that in 10 years time we can pay fruit, gain fruit from it, or whenever. 10 years might be a little bit extreme, but it feels like you might be sacrificing something like short-term gains, short-term pleasure, short-term achievements for the long haul. So there is a little bit of an element of there is either a spirit coming through, or whether it is just your own higher self coming through the saying, look, it may seem really difficult right now, what it is that you're having to let go of, or what is pulling you in different directions. But that Seven of Pentacles is saying, just don't forget that this is all going towards that one thing. All of it. The roots are going into many different places, many different things, but it's all helping that tree to grow. So it could just be the experiences here. Again, some of you might be having to move away from people that you really love and want to be around all the time. Some of you, maybe a heartache is what stemmed, what is sparking and bringing upon this movement. Maybe as some sort of rejection or breakup or whatever, or just this pain. But it is to do with walking away from something with that Eight of Cups. All right. So we have the Chariot. The Chariot is saying that things are going to be moving forward very quickly. Whatever the dream, whatever the goal is, the Chariot is chasing it. Okay, it chases the star. So that wish fulfillment is just saying, have that goal in mind. You are moving straight towards it. It's really important to remember that with the Chariot, we have to be balanced. We have to understand the yin and the yang side of things. There are going to be good days, there are going to be bad days. But they balance each other out in a sense of, this is what's helping you move forward. They both work towards the same thing. Let's see the Chariot, please. Queen of Swords. All right, being more disciplined, super important. Being more clear, concise, breaking through any of the BS, even if it's in your mind. All right, be very mindful about what comes upon your path in the near future. It does feel like you've got a bit of a boundary up, Scorpio. This initiates that maybe there have been some people here who might have been taking a little bit of advantage of your emotions, or you've just been through a lot that you're just not feeling very emotional at this time, which is interesting. Don't punish yourself. One thing I feel like I have to say, make sure you're also taking that cup for yourself, because as you can see, that cup here is there, but she's put it in a prison. It's locked away. That represents your heart. It feels like you're not very giving of your emotions at this time because you've been hurt, or maybe you have been through enough to know that, okay, I'm placing this very big boundary. I'm going to be very disciplined, very logical first and foremost, and if I think it's acceptable for my emotions to be put in, then I'll put it in. So you're being very disciplined. We do have this Five of Swords influence coming through. So again, there is this element of either thinking about things that have walked away from you, people that walked away from you, or that things that you've walked away from, things that did not end well for you. Try not to do that. Five of Swords can be quite damaging, especially in this deck, because as you can see, this person's like, if only I had done this, or if only I'd done that, maybe if I did that differently, if only this person didn't do that to me. You know, it's kind of really feeling down, like what if. That crow is trying to call your attention to, you can be in a better place than where you are now. Just follow where the divine is leading you. Come out your head a little bit. Don't be so down on yourself. Of course, it's good to process your emotions, absolutely, but it just feels like things are going to be looking in such a better place in the next few months, but it's asking for you to pay attention to that and not the past. All right, anything else for the Chariot? King of Pentacles, so this could be pertaining to your money, your finances, or again, it could be somebody else that you may be working with or dealing with, or this could be two sides of you. It does feel like your finances are going to be looking up. Maybe this is career opportunities coming away, or something that you're chasing here, whether it's a loyal person as well that you're chasing or aiming for. That could be your goal, your wish fulfillment. It will come in, but it's about you focusing on your path first and foremost. Yeah, the Moon. I'm just clarifying that Queen of Swords a little bit. Maybe your emotions do need your time when you have the time. I think you've got a lot on your plate at the moment. But the Moon here does say that there has been a lot of confusion. Maybe you feel a little bit tricked by somebody, or you feel a little bit out of sorts, confused. The Moon card can sometimes, it is that emotion. I think you maybe have been in Scorpio, you may have been in an emotional state for a bit too long, and it's kind of pulled you down, dragged you down a little bit, maybe because of a situation, or it just feels like there's been this emotional phase that may have caused you to lack a lot of energy, because your energy has been going towards this. I think you're working on healing that, specifically by not giving these negative emotions all the power. I think you're taking your power back from whatever has been taking from you, even if it's people. So you have Page of Wands. Sorry, I'm just going to think about this for a sec, because Page of Wands could be a gossiper in your surroundings. Page of Wands can sometimes be good news, and actually I do see that there is good news. You have the Ace of Pentacles, so some of you may be getting a new job opportunity, maybe getting this new idea or new message about something that's going to be paying off for you with the Page of Wands. You also have a little bit of hateration coming through. You've got a bit of a hater coming through, posing itself as an all-loving person. All right, the Empress, maybe it's a mother figure, maybe it's somebody who is a mother, maybe it's just somebody who on the surface acts like they have it all, acts like they're super happy for everybody, but is actually very jealous, or kind of might be trying to sabotage or say things that are kind of this person is very sneaky, very strategic. As you can see, the Empress is an all-loving, beautiful, abundant person. You know, she's Venusian. It represents love. This is coming through as somebody who may be very jealous of you, whether it's for attention, because you might be getting more attention, you might be looking more successful. This person's highly obsessive about their image. Taurus or Libra. Seven of Swords is just pay attention. This person might be giving you backhanded compliments a little bit, oh, you're gonna do that, oh, it might be good. It's kind of girl, what? It just feels like if you have that inkling about who this might be already, or when they say something this person might be feeding into this Moon energy a little bit. Okay, so just pay attention. If you need to cut people off, cut them off. If you need to distance yourself, then distance yourself. You also have the Well. Now this is great, because you'll find yourself in a state of mind where you're able to understand that you actually have unlimited potential in this world. You may not know exactly where you're going just yet, but you are kind of being led to one. I kind of feel I'm going to show you something. It's being in this desert. It feels like this elephant is trying to get you to, as they say when you're in a desert, this mirages, right? Things that you think are going to quench your thirst, whatever it is. Things are going to help you survive whatever it is, whatever this water represents, but it ends up being an illusion. All right, you are being guided by the universe, by the divine, on the real water, the real thing that you need, but we need to trust a little bit. We need to go by the book. We need to trust our instincts. Don't just go off of a leap of faith. Don't just go off of anything that, you know, looks good. Just don't. Go where you're feeling guided. If anything is trying to kind of, it feels a little bit like something here is not what it seems. And in order to get there, it's calling you off of your path a little bit, okay? So if you're having to go against your own, like, rules that you've given to yourself, if you're having to go against what you know is right, don't do it. Because it does feel like a little bit to do with something that is a mirage, basically. It's an illusion. So again, this Queen of Swords and the Moon card really does feel like that's what it's trying to help you with. This, don't just go off of anything that makes you feel good. Oh, I'm going to do this and this is good. No, be very logical at this time, because it does feel like this is going to be the thing that helps you past certain illusions. And that Devil is coming through there as I was saying that. So we got some things that are trying to mess with your head a little bit here. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Again, that's about like some things are not as it seems. But with that well, we have Scorpio energy coming through. Balance your emotions is really important. We have the 3 of Wands coming through. Something you may be waiting for. We have the 4 of Pentacles. I don't know if you're dealing with a water sign or have dealt with a water sign. If this is a past person, don't deal with them again. It's actually one thing I will say. You may be thinking about this a lot, but it's not for the sake of getting back with this person. It's just because there's something still like to push past, and it does feel like an illusion. If anyone has painted an illusion, I'm getting a bit narcissistic energy for you, Scorpio. Not you, but whoever you were dealing with. The situation you were dealing with seems very manipulative, so don't fall for it. All right? Keep your energy to yourself. That's what it feels like. You have unlimited potential. Some of you could be a fire sign, Leo, all right, Sagittarius, Aries. This person is watching you. This person is being strategic. Maybe giving you a decision, like, oh, I can see clearly I want a commitment with you, or let's do this together. No. Together? The fuck? Sorry, like I feel like I'm hearing like this was a one-man team, like in a last relationship with you, or like it feels like you were doing everything, or there's something to do with that. They didn't put a lot of effort in, whatever. Or even if it's a collaboration, don't listen to whoever's trying to collaborate with you at the moment. If, again, they showed you that they're not worthy. So you have Mother Earth coming through. You are called upon to help with environmentalism, all right? So some of you may be called to make certain decisions here that are beneficial to the world. Maybe this is part of your purpose and your career. You have endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Let's get you one more. And we've got prosperity. This says the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So that's amazing. Let's get you some of these cards as well. For Scorpio. That came out very chaotically. We've got announcement. Oh, it could be to do with romance, celebration, a party coming up for you guys. Maybe there'll be an announcement at the party. What else do you have for this energy? This what you need to hear right now. Time to act with that lion energy. We have great worry over nothing. Okay, some of you might be, I'm picking up a little bit of like maybe anxiety, maybe about certain things that you have to resolve here, problems to be resolved. They're saying this will have a positive outcome. Don't worry too much about it. Just take action towards it. All right, super important. Alrighty, well, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I will be seeing you guys very soon because I will be posting your reading. Your other reading very soon. Again, you're going to be starting to come first from now on as an apology from me to you for always being late with your readings. But yeah, I hope to see you guys very soon. All right, I wish you the best for this week. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do. If you liked the reading anyway, make sure you let me know how it resonated, and I will see you guys in the next video.